Now, let's move on to my fourth and final choice of Phase 5 movies, TV shows. It is a movie, and this is one I am really, really intrigued to see. The movie is Blade, starring Mahershala Ali, and it will be coming out in November 3rd, 2023. The Blade movie was announced a couple of years back now. I think it was at one of the Comic Cons, and obviously they announced that I hope I'm not butchering his name. Mahershala Ali. I think that's how you pronounce it. He is going to be taking over the role of Blade for this movie. It's going to be a reboot, a new Blade movie, new Blade franchise. Blade is obviously he's half human, half vampire. He's like a daywalker. That's what he is, a daywalker. And we're going to see like the vampire side of the MCU. I know we had Morbius, and I'll be honest here, I didn't mind Morbius. It wasn't that bad. But I think to see Blade is a more, and more iconic property. Everyone knows Blade. Wesley Snipes made them movies famous back in the 90s, the early 2000s. Then the first movie is fantastic, the first Blade movie. And I'm just looking forward to seeing what the MCU's version of Blade looks like. And kind of similar to, Daredevil Born Again, will we get an R-rated Blade, or will we get a very more like a toned-down version? And I think they are capable of doing it. I think they're capable of doing vampires. I think you look at the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, there was definitely some content in there that was kind of like stretch the boundaries of like, is this family friendly? Is this okay to show kids? But they got away with a certain age rating. But it depends how gruesome it is. I think if they want to show blood and stuff on screen, they're gonna have to go for that R rating. I think it will all depend on who the director is. I think if you get a director who's been doing like horror movies, I think it's more likely going to be an R rating. But I think if they get a director who's maybe known for doing more like Marvel like movies, more movies that are kind of more for families, I think that's where we're going to get that family rating for this movie. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it. The main guy, Mahershala Ali, he was in the Luke Cage TV show, and he was one of the villains in the first season. And what is really cool now is it's cool and it's also weird, and it's like obviously they're bringing over these Netflix shows now. Maybe if we see a reboot of the Luke Cage show as well with the main guy from that show, I think it was Mike Coulter. If we see that show rebooted as well, this is a guy who has appeared in 2 roles within the MCU, and I know it probably has happened before. I think Gemma Chan's character in Eternals, she was in Captain Marvel, so she was recast in a different role as well. So it does happen, and I don't think it's gonna like ruin any screen time, or like you're not gonna be watching the movie and being like, that guy was in Luke Cage. I don't think you will anyway, but it's just gonna be interesting. I mean, you could have that crossover where Luke Cage meets Blade, and Luke Cage is like, don't I know you? And he's like, no. And he's like, yeah, I killed you. And he's like, no, I'm Blade. I'm a daywalker. No one kills me. I've got a big sword. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the Blade movie. My hopes would be, I think I would like to see an R rating for this one, just to see vampires, to see blood, and not to see anything toned down. I think for this to really to see its full potential, go the way of like the Wolverine, the Logan movie, give us an R rating, make a movie that's more towards aimed towards adults. That's the movie I want to see in a Blade movie. But either way, I'm going to be checking it out because I'm really excited. I didn't know originally whether it was going to be a TV show or a movie, and because it just kind of went silent for so long, discussion about this movie, and then we get the Phase 5 announcement at Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con. I'm like, yes! And I'm even more excited by the fact that it's coming out next year. And I know dates can change. Sure, dates can change, but I'm excited to see Blade. So that's coming out November 3rd, 2023. And I just want to do a quick roundup of these 4 properties in Phase 5 as a whole. I think these 4 are all great. I think Blade and Daredevil are going to be my favourites for sure. But is this going to be the best era, the best phase of Marvel so far? I'd be honest with you, I think it is. I think Phase 1 was a pretty solid phase, but Phase 5 is looking to be, if these movies can deliver and these TV shows can deliver, I think Phase 5 will be an excellent phase. I know a lot of people are kind of like down on Phase 4. I don't think it was that bad. I think it was kind of like baby steps with a lot of the TV shows, and they were, laying the ground and trying new things. I mean, they were trying the TV shows for the first time, and some of them were, slow starters, and it was kind of something that had to find the feet. But now we've had plenty of TV shows. It's like now they know how to run things and they know how to connect things up. Hopefully, we'll see better properties coming out and better products of better content in this Phase 5. And I'm looking forward to it. I think they've really announced some solid properties here for Phase 5 and some exciting ones for us as fans of Marvel. I'm super excited, and I think it could be the best phase yet. I will say I think it will be. I think it's going to be. But maybe don't clip me on this. Don't clip this in like 5 years' time or 2 years' time. You'd be like, AP, Phase 5 was a dud. And you said it was going to be great. And yeah, you never know, do you? But I'm hoping it is. And I'm going to say yes, I think it is going to be the best Marvel era so far in the MCU.